Hey my YouTuber friends, let me know in the comments which are the YouTube SEO best practices that you use in your videos, and I will give you a rating for them. And by the way, not just any rating, a really legit one. You know, in the past year, I invested hundreds and hundreds of hours looking into an insane amount of data, 10 million search terms actually. Also consulted my wife, who's an absolute boss at data science and machine learning. And with all that, I was able to reverse engineer the YouTube search algorithm. And everything that I learned there is just incredible. Let me get started by sharing you all the insights by rating your best practices. And of course, let me start first by showing you one 1-star best practice and one 5-star best practice. I bet you have already seen many YouTubers put their channel name at the end of video titles, right? And that is actually a 1-star rated best practice, because as you can see from the data here, when you do not include your channel name in the title, you have a slightly higher chance to rank than if you include it. And even though it doesn't hurt much, why should you use a best practice that gives you a lower chance to rank, right? By the way, there are even more hurtful best practices, but that I'll leave for dedicated videos in the future, as well as all the other details that I learned from that study. But now on to the 5-star strategy. Well, this is all about video titles. You know, there are different styles how you can write your video titles. And there is one style, I brought you some examples, that give you a true 5-star rating. Well, you can see here, we have the search term in the beginning for which I'm ranking, click-through rate to YouTube. And then you have something for the viewer to read. Which percentage is good? The viewer might ask themselves, is my personal click-through rate a good one or a bad one? Well, they see this video, it seems to answer it, so they click and watch it. Again, here we have a search term and then something for the viewer, something intriguing, mysterious keywords. And then here, again, the search term in the beginning gets suggested by YouTube. Of course, that's something that everyone wants to achieve, right? And then I have create a magnet, which signifies that there is a novel approach that they can learn. So click and watch. And if you want to learn the details about this style of video titles, well, check out this tutorial. And by the way, the reason I'm rating this a 5-star best practice is because we all know YouTube SEO is all about titles, descriptions and tags, right? But the study has shown me that the title is so much more important than everything else. So obviously you have to get your title right, because if you don't get your title right, then your YouTube SEO is almost a lost cause. And that's the reason why a very effective best practice for YouTube SEO has to consider the video title. So let's see, what about your best practices? See you in the comments. And here again is this tutorial about the 5-star best practice. And the way I phrase it there, it has a little spin, which gives it not only a 4.5 star, but a true 5-star. Cheers, my friends.